तव कथामृतं तप्त जीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये मुरिदा जनाः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. O Lord, your gospel is like nectar and bliss showered upon the pain-stricken lives of suffering humanity. It dispels all the sins and misdeeds of life. It brings spiritual welfare in life. The spiritual beauty, prosperity and grace spreads through and through one who listens to your holy message. They are the real givers in the world who preach and pronounce the nectar of your message to the suffering humanity. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are back to our reading of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, and Sri Ramakrishna is in the Kashipur garden house towards the end of his life, and this discussion is on March 11, 1886, that was on Thursday. And Sri Ramakrishna was the other day speaking about the ego. Ego, page 940. So, Sri Ramakrishna is talking about the ego. He said that ego, even after attaining jnana, after attaining knowledge, one can live in the world. But how he will live? He will not live like us, but he will be living like that of a jnani retaining the Vidyamaya. So they will have their ego, but that ego does not bind them. Neither they bind it, neither it becomes a cause of bondage to anyone. So that wicked ego is this harmful ego, this ego which we contain, I. So my glory, my name, my fame, my grandeur, my wealth, my prosperity, I, me. That is the unripened ego. And Sri Ramakrishna says the wicked ami, that is the wicked. And good ami or bhakta ami, I am a devotee of the Lord. So the ego of knowledge, I am Satchidananda. These are all, it does not do any harm. So, it is the wicked I that is harmful. After realizing God, a man or a woman becomes like a child. There is no harm in the ego of a child. Child does everything with ego, no? But there is no tie and no bondage in it. This moment he will be saying, no, I won't give, it's mine. And next moment he throws away without any attachment. Even forgets that. So, spiritual development means one will have ego, but that will not cause bondage to him, neither to the people around. After realizing God, he becomes like a child. There is no harm in the ego of a child. It is like the reflection of a face in a mirror. The reflection cannot call names. Or it is like a burnt rope, which appears to be rope, but disappears at the slightest puff. So, a rope is burnt. And it is burnt, it appears the rope is there. But you just touch, you see that it is all ashes. So the ego of a knower of truth, ego of a lover of God, is pure ego. And that ego does not harm. And Gyanis keep that ego intentionally. Thakur used to keep that ego like a child, innocent child. It is called Panchavarsha Bala Bhava. Panchavarsha, 5 years. Bala Bhava, like a child of 5 years, Thakur used to live in that way. Has no attachment to anything, but it appears sometimes that yes, he is eating, he is saying, I like the kochuri, Phagu's kochuri, as if he is fond of Phagu's kochuri. Phagu is a gentleman who have a shop, and they used to prepare kochuri. Kochuri means the luchi-like thing, flattened bread, but with some dal inside. So Ramakrishna used to like, oh, yes, Ramakrishna like. We say Ramakrishna likes jalebi. Jalebi, and we eat jalebi in his name. That's the only thing we do. And there is a shop, you go to Kamarpukur, they have advertised in their shop, this is the shop where Ramakrishna used to have jalebi, and all devotees go. He makes huge amount of money by selling jalebis, they're round things. Kochuri. So this is the way. But that he innocently sometimes took it joyfully, cheerfully, but he has no attachment like us. Our attachment, I like this food. If this food is there, then I can eat. If there's not, I cannot eat. That there is for a Jnani, they sometimes appear to say like that, but they are totally detached like a child. I gave the example yesterday, no? the story of our, what is called, the boy? Nirvana. One boy came Nirvana here. Her mom, his mom, watches this child but does not say anything. So he said, I'm hungry. So someone gave some packet of what? Chips. And he's eating, how. Mom and dad said, don't eat, no, I am hungry. So he took. And then finished. Then another cake. He also liked to eat. And then said, I am now thirsty, water. And added the water. And then, seeing that, someone said that, okay, you like, now take this. No, I am full. I won't take it anymore. That is, he will eat later on. He said, no, I won't eat. Mom will purchase for me then. See the child, so simple. When he is hungry, he is eating. And when he is to the field, he does not think I shall collect it for night-time eating when I like to take. This is our matured buddhi. An innocent 5 years child buddhi, they don't have any idea of possession. Like the birds. The birds are hungry in the morning, you go to the beach, you will find all the flocking around and they're searching for food. After eating sometime, and they're happy, they're chirping there. What will happen in the afternoon? We think morning, what will we eat in the afternoon? Afternoon, we think, what shall I eat in the night? So, but this Panchavarsa, Balo, they are innocent like that, they have no attachment. They behave like that, but detached totally. The ego that has been burned in the fire of knowledge cannot injure anybody. It is an ego only in the name. No? Now, we are reading from here today. Returning to the relative plane after reaching the absolute is like coming back to the shore of a river after going to the other side. Such a return to the relative plane is for the teaching of man and for enjoyment, participation in the divine sport in the world. So then you may say, why the spiritual people, after attaining Brahma Jnana, why they come back? So he says, returning to the relative plane after reaching the absolute. Once they reach the Satchidananda self, due to their absorption or devotion or identification, it is like coming back. He's coming back to the relative level, means back to the shore of a river after going. So you have crossed this side to the other side, and reaching that, you come back. It's for fun. It's for joy. It's for the good of the humanity. The Jivan Muktas, they live in the world. The people who are liberated while in the body, they live in the world for the good of others. And of course we say they also live to wipe out their prarabdha. The past momentum of the life, that should end. Till then the body functions. Like a tire. If a tire gets out of the car, axle broken and it runs, no one is pushing the tire. But the past momentum is continuing till it becomes zero. Similarly, the life of a Jnani, the life of a Bhakta, who have realized God, the supreme love, they go on just to wipe out their past karma, but that time they are only for the help and beneficence of the whole people who are in ignorance. They will see the life of this type of people, and then they will be enjoying the bliss of God. So, such a return to the relative plane is for the teaching of men and for enjoyment. Two things, purpose. That is called the joy of being liberated. To experience that. In Samadhi you are there. Okay, that's you are there, but how do we know? When you come to the relative plane, then it gives an inspiration for us to see. So Jivan Mukti, that's why, and that is the time you enjoy spiritual life. Swami Brahmananda Maharaj said, that what he said? After Nirvikalpa, spiritual life begins. What does it mean? For us, spiritual life is a struggle. We close our eyes and nothing comes, we fight and this and that, mind goes here, mind goes there. After 1 hour we come back blank. I have done meditation.
Somebody wanted to join after Nirvikalpa Samadhi, but you didn't.
After
Nirvikalpa Samadhi, somebody wanted to join.
Oh, yeah, somebody wrote me that I have already got my Nirvikalpa Samadhi, but still I want to join the monastery. So I said that monastery is for mediocre people like us who want to realize God. You have already Nirvikalpa Samadhi, so this monastery is not for you. So, but this point is that how to enjoy. We don't enjoy spiritual life. Rather, it's a struggle. Every day I struggle to doze off and then say, no, I shall sit again. Again dozing off, again. So this is a struggle for us. My body says, let me go to bed. I said, no, you would have to sit here. And then it goes down, goes up. It's a fishing. So, spiritual life is not enjoying. We don't enjoy spiritual. Enjoy means you will love meditation. You go and dive deep, your face will be flushing with joy, goosebump will come on your body, tears will be rolling the cheeks. You enjoy life, no? That comes after realization. Perfect experience of that joy. Then joy, you know what is called spiritual life. We don't know anything of that spiritual life. A little meditation, little prayer, little singing, little dancing, that creates some ecstatic mood for a moment. But it does not give you the eternal inner joy and blessings which can come and which can be felt, which can be experienced. So that is the purpose. So Ramakrishna says, two purpose, teaching of men and for enjoyment. For his own enjoyment, he knows what is God. He can feel the same divinity everywhere. Touching, every touch gives them the touch of the divine. Every sight gives them the touch of the seeing. Every sound hits them into the consciousness of the Supreme. So that happens for them. That is for his own experience. And with all the senses, they reveal the truth. What a joy! Seeing through the eyes the infinite consciousness. Feeling through your every touch, that divine touch of the Lord. No? So that is the great, great achievement, and that is the purpose of this spiritual life attainment. But, and another benefit, the people like us, if we can see such a person, our inspiration grows high up. I heard one of our Swami used to go to a Babaji. Babaji, you know, Vaishnava sadhus called Babajis. He was in just across our Belur Math. There is another place called Barahanagar. There is a Barahanagar monastery in that area. And there is a Vaishnava sadhu. And he was a young sadhu, not joined then. He used to come. And he told me that he saw this sadhu is sitting, and his tears are just flowing like that. And his body is in horripilation, in joy, the hair ending like that. So that is the enjoyment. It's the bhakti. On the path of bhakti he achieved that. In the path of jnana will be the same, experiencing the joy. That's why our Jivan Mukti Viveka says that Jivan Mukti Sukha Prapti Hetave Janmadharitam. We are born here to experience the sukha, the happiness. What sukha? Not ordinary sukha. Eating, sleeping, dying, this normal, in the sensate world as we live. No, not that. Sukha Prapti of Jivan Mukti. Jivan, while you are in the physical frame, you experiencing the mukti, the joy of liberation, while being entangled into the body. You are in the body, you are moving, but you are experiencing that infinite joy. That is the purpose of our being born. So Jivan Mukti person will be for experiencing real, what is called spiritual life, and we seeing them or even reading about them. Ramakrishna, we read about that, Swamiji, Ma, and Thakur's disciples also. So it gives inspiration to us. For us, shows a path, and for them, they enjoy the bliss of God. Sri Ramakrishna was talking in a very low voice, because addressing the devotees, he said, the body is so ill, but the mind is free from avidya maya. Ramakrishna does not say much about his own experiences, very rarely, but here he says, this body is so ill. It is cancer, I cannot drink, I cannot eat anything. Emaciated body, no? Ramakrishna, after suffering from cancer, before when he has left the body was just emaciated, like to turn into the bones and skin. Such a beautiful body, no? Look at the picture. But that everything was destroyed by the disease. So body is ill, so ill, but my mind is free from avidya maya. Is free from maya. Maya has two aspects. Avidya, which binds us down to the world and worldliness, and vidya, that which releases us from all bondage and suffering. So he says that this mind is free, totally free from avidya maya, the part of the maya which binds us into the sensate world and makes a slave of the world. Let me tell you, there is no thought in my mind of Ramlal or home or wife. Let me tell you, he's frankly expressing that in my mind there is no trace of thinking the Ramlal is her nephew. So nephew, I'm not thinking of nephew. As if my mind is blank about all. Our relatives, home, I have a Kamarpukur, I was born there, identification. My wife means Mother Sarada, he's talking about. No mind is clean, no? Once Swami Bhuteshananda Maharaj was asked, the Maharaj, you did so much of austerity. You went to Rishikesh, Uttarkashi or Rishikesh, Uttarkashi, anyhow. And you did so much austerity. So have you attained the highest or something like that? He said, pausing sometimes, he said, I cannot say, but I allowed let the mind go to anywhere it likes. But I saw that it is coming to the one point, only one point, where it should go. That means he's saying mind has no other tie or pull to diverse objects of the universe. It is only going to that God and God and God. So Sri Ramakrishna is saying, but we see that tradition is also in our holy order. It is achieved by so many of our great Swamis. So let me tell you, there is no thought of anyone. But I have been worrying about Purna. See, Avidya Maya, when you think of you, your brother, your sister, your home, your this, that is called Avidya Maya. The ignorant, Maya's ignorant part. And when you think of everyone of the world who is not related to your blood or no connection, but you feel for their suffering, you pray for them, that is called Vidya Maya. It unties the knot. One ties us into the bondage. What happens? When I see I create a relationship with someone, what happens? The suffering of that person, you feel the suffering. The pain of that person, you feel the pain. And whole day and night, excluding the whole world, my mind will be going to, I love this person, only for him and him or her. But spirituality is what? You will not think of your own relation. That's why the monastic life, look at the monks and nuns, what they do. They cut the tie first. Their mom will be crying, dad will be crying, brothers will be crying, and sisters will be coming, who are connected with the blood. But they're ruthless in that aspect. But then they make friendship. You are my sister, you are my mother, you are my brother. Someone said, Swami, you have left your brother and sister. Well, what is there? I have left one sister. I got millions of sisters now. Thousands of sisters. I have left one mother. I have thousands of mom now. No? Everyone is my mother. So that's the Maya which binds and Daya which expands, opens up. So this, he says, that there is no thought in my mind of anyone, but I have been worrying about Purna. Why? Purna is a pure soul. His heart is pure. And if I give some instruction, he will attain the knowledge, full knowledge. He is Ishwar Koti, one of the Ishwar Koti. That's why he said, I don't think of even Ma Saroda, but I think of Purna. He is telling us that his personal relationship, that's nothing for the spiritual people. They give up this identity, but I keep the identity of Vidya Maya to Vidya Maya, and then cross Vidya Maya, go above. First negative to positive, and go beyond negative and positive both. If we get stuck there in the positive, that's also bondage. Ramakrishna said to Ishwar Chandra, if God comes, what will you say? Ask him for some hospital, dispensary, this, that. Oh Lord, give me this. You will say, oh Lord, give me devotion so that I can feel for you. My whole heart and soul goes for you. So I am worrying about a Purna who is a Kayastha boy. Kayastha boy means non-Brahmin, but other one step down. I am not in the least anxious about others. So this is called Vidya Maya. Understand? A spiritually grown person will feel detached from their own blood relations. They will not ignore so long you are in the household life. But if you are a monk, you should not keep any touch, no connection. In India, there is strict monastic tradition. They don't keep any touch with any, because least you get attached again. Not that out of any anger or frustration or some other worldly reason, but reason is that showing your love and affection, you may get caught into the trap again. So neither you belong in the monastic tradition, neither you are in the household tradition. So that's why in Indian tradition is that Jad Harevo Prabhajet, na Birajet, Tatarevo Prabhajet. As soon as Viraj, Vairagya, the renunciation comes, just live at that moment. And what they used to do? Just they will get out, finish, with the same cloth, only one cloth, wearing the same cloth, bas, and nothing in their position. And go, beg, after the cloth gets torn, try to collect something. If you cannot get a rug around your waist, smear your body with ashes, go and bake food and take the name of the Lord. And a normal rule is that monks should not come back to their home area before 12 years. That means by that time your attachment will, they will also forget you, you will also forget. And if they go for a 1 hour, that's it, don't stay in one place more than 3 days. That's certain rules in the monastic tradition is maintained because of that, lest we get attached. Again, avidya. Maya, the bondage part of the Maya, lest you don't get into that trap again. That's why go away from that. Rather, the sadhus pray for their mom and dad every day. But if you go and you do show some devotion and then in their love you will get caught into that. That's nothing wrong, but you will not be the way of a monastic. That's why monastic rules are so strong. To keep that ideal is always, to be an ideal monk is so difficult. To be an ideal householder, so difficult. That's why Ramakrishna said, no in his superior or inferior. Each is great in his own or in her own place. Truthful, honesty, love, compassion, service to others, service to God, all these responsibilities. So it is God alone. So he is saying that I am not the least anxious about others, means my blood relations, Ramakrishna said, but I am concerned about Purna and such devotees whose heart is pure and they are Ishwar Kotis. They will be the source of joy to others. Ramakrishna, all the 16 disciples who came, Ramakrishna used to think of them. And Ramakrishna, in many places in this gospel, you think, I am thinking of Purna. And all these things are scattered here and there. Why you are thinking of Purna? So Baburam, Swami Sri Ramakrishna said to Baburam, Baburam, can you tell me, why do I think of you day and night? You are not a rich guy. You are not a very respectable, honorable person in the society. You have nothing to give. Even not a happy penny. You have no happy penny. You cannot give me a good mattress or to sit. But still, I think of you. And my heart goes for you. Why? Because Baburam is pure. Pure in heart, stainless. Ramakrishna says even the bone, Baburam's bone is pure. That means he's perfectly pure. He was the Radharani's companion. Radha's companion. Pure love, supreme love, ecstatic love. He belongs to that category. So Ramakrishna loved them so dearly. He used to cry going in the top of the music tower. You come. And Ramakrishna said, they came one by one. And he's crying for them to come. And he's rejecting their own people. No? So that is showing that Jivan Mukti we are talking about. Look at me. You know that you can visualize a person Jivan Mukta, how will be his inner attitude, how he's feeling. He's not saying, I am Jivan Mukta, but he's saying, my mind is like that, my mind does not go to this, my mind goes. Meaning, we can learn out of that. What should be our goal to reach? No, even householder life, when they are householder, actually I have seen one householder like Tulsi Ma. You see that video in the YouTube? I have interviewed her, Holy Mother's disciple.
Oh, yes.
You find out, Tulsi Ma, Tulshi, S-I or S-H-I, Ma, YouTube. So she was Holy Mother's disciple. So, they are married, no? And her husband also Holy Mother's disciple. But they used to live close to Belur Math, so that they can come to Belur Math. When I saw them, they were almost maybe in their mid-60s or around 70s, like that. But they used to come to Belur Math and sit in Holy Mother's temple and meditate and meditate. And our President Maharaj, Bireshwaranandaji, used to look upon them very fondly because they are Holy Mother's disciples. And they will come, they leave, in the morning they come and spend enough time for meditation and prayer, and again they come in the afternoon, and that day only lives in meditation and prayer and meditation. Yeah? But they are householder. And you listen to that, it is in Bengali, but someone have put into what you call? Caption. So you can understand what is going on. And you see, I am asking, what do you see Mother now? Then she said, how can I tell my child? Oh, how can I say that? Mother always remembers us, Mother. So, and she's fully in bliss. Whenever you talk about Mother, her face flushes. She is not a very highly educated girl, went into university to have a PhD. But look at her expressions. That means that is the spirituality they lived. The householder can attain to that same place. Only the question is that how sincerely we love God. It is God alone who has kept this Vidya Maya in me. He is not taking any credit. I am now keeping my Vidya Maya, I have given up. No ego. So God or Mother has kept Vidya Maya in me, and Avidya Maya is gone. And with that Vidya Maya only I am keeping my body to continue. If Vidya Maya goes, then body will go. So it is God alone who has, it is not my power, as if see, humility. It is all God alone who has kept this Vidya Maya in me. Why? For the good of men and for the welfare of the devotees. This Vidya Maya, had it not been there, so we don't get the Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna's all these stories come after attainment of all the wisdom. Then aim came, another came, and they talked with them and lived with them, and then this book is coming out. We know about Ramakrishna. If Ramakrishna had got this samadhi and finished, then how many samadhi people, what people will know about them? Even in the Himalayas or any other place, there are knowers of truth maybe, but we don't know about that. But for the good of humanity, God brings them into society to make an ideal before us. So that's why he says, it is Vidya Maya, and God has kept the avatar. The avatars keep this Vidya Maya. Avatars can keep this. Others see the distinction. Avatars keep this by God's will, and Jnanis, they have prarabdha. Their two powers are different. Avatar keeps itself. Avatar knows when to die. Avatar called, Ramakrishna called, bring the almanac and turn the pages, no? And then he decided something. And that is the day he left the body. Swami Vivekananda called for an almanac and asked the disciple to turn the pages, and then stop. And he decided. That means he has Vidya Maya under his control. But Jivan Muktas are forced by goaded by their prarabdha karma till it ends and drops. They say bimuktascha bimuchyate. Two different. One has no other option, the body will drop at a particular time, then he will be perfectly merged. Another is, though they don't need anything, for the good of humanity, by God's will or his own will, Avatara is nothing but God, no? Who is God? Who is Avatara? Avatara is God himself comes down, that's why he called Avatara. So Avatara, he is talking God's will, meaning his own will. He keeps this Vidya Maya as long as he wants to do. Ichha mrityu. That's why Swamiji had the ichha mrityu. Ichha mrityu means the mrityu, death, is under your own control. When you want, you will die. No force will be able to kill or destroy the body. So, but if one retains Vidya Maya, one comes back to the world. So God alone who has kept this Vidya Maya in me for the good of men, for the welfare of the devotees. Now we can understand. He is talking in 1886, no? Yes, 1886, March 11. See? And this is March what? 6. Almost 11. 5 days difference. After 86 and this is now?
14 plus
2000?
38 years.
138 years ago today. Like that, few days ago. That is the discussion. March and 86. So he says, it is God who has kept you with the... But the welfare of the devotees, we understand, we are getting the benefit. We are reading this gospel today and we are getting the benefit. If it is not there recorded, he has not kept Vidya Maya and forced himself to be in the world. It is a torture for them. But they do it. That's why we call Christ suffered for us. We say sin. He has taken away all our sin. That idea is given because he willfully endures all this suffering for the good of humanity. But if one retains Vidya Maya, one comes back to this world because Vidya Maya, some Maya. So maybe it is a iron chain versus golden chain. But still it is a chain. So this is the avatars keep this Vidya Maya. So long as a man has even the slightest desire, he must be born again and again. Another point. Don't ask for anything. That is the great ideal. Nirbasana, Holy Mother says, Nirbasana how? Ta ekhoni hoy. If you can become free from all desires, no desire, desire-free mind. Oh yeah, I told you that what Bhuteshananda Maharaj said, mind didn't go to anywhere. That means where it does not go means there is no pull for anything. Mind, no vasana. That's why it went to that place where it should go. That means they are liberated soul. That itself proves. Already they are done. But they are here for the good of humanity. For the good of us. So here he says, so long as a man has even the slightest desire, he must be born again and again. It is not so easy. Go to some place and give $1,000 and get Brahmajnana. Nirvikalpa Samadhi can be purchased by $5,000. Not so. Don't get deluded by these words. Desire-free mind. I don't want anything but God. I don't want anything. That means total dependence on God. Total God is the only reality whose mind is just established in that. That person will be liberated. When he gets rid of all desires, then he is liberated. He is liberated. Anyone in the world. That's why Holy Mother again and said, don't desire anything. Every desire brings bondage. Every desire brings suffering. Even you say, I like to have some, what do you call? Idli. Dosa. See? Trouble starts. Other good things are there also. So if you ask for anything, you are in trouble. Because that brings so many things associated with it. You want one thing, but it brings so many things in this association. That's, shall you not eat, shall you not try? But that is the detached, not desire. Not desire-driven. I cannot eat this food, it is desire-driven. Of course, our body system does not take. Those are consideration different. But question is that as ideal condition, within Song of the Sannyasis,
Well-cooked oil
does not. No food and drink can
take that
noble soul, which knows itself. No? So that desire-free. That's why the sadhus go like this. In Himalayas, some people are, this is called karapatri. Kar means the hand, is their bowl. This is the bowl. They don't take more. You are giving bhiksha. Huh? So she got the bhiksha that day, but she has a jhuli. But some sadhus don't carry jhuli. They kept their hand palm. And you would give whatever you do, and they'll eat with that, and then go and wash their hand in the Ganga. Bas. That is no plate, no dish, no dishwasher, no cleaning, and no kitchen, nothing. And then go and eat and drink the Ganga water. Bas, finish. Lunch is over. And no choice. That's why in bhiksha also, when you go for begging, it is a rule. You cannot say, I want this, I want that. Whatever they give. And Buddha, what he did? He died because of eating the pork. Whole life teaching about ahimsa, ahimsa, ahimsa. How can we eat pork? No, that's a monastic principle. You cannot choose. Whatever has come to this bhiksha, you eat that. Ungrudgingly. So these are the ideals of it. That means you have no desire. Meaning, you have no desire. Swami Shahananda Maharaj used to eat food. People will prepare so many delicacies, no? And he will take in a bowl and mix him together all. And then the ladies were so upset. Ladies said, Swami, I have prepared with so much devotion. You didn't taste it at all. Swami Gopesh Maharaj, Swami Sarvadevananda, he used to eat like that. He lived in Vrindavan. He was the secretary of Ma, Holy Mother. And many stories are there, books are also there. So I had been for some time in Vrindavan when in my early days. So he will come with a bowl, like a one bowl, quantity finished, no more than the bowl. You give whatever you give dal, you give roti, or some spinach, or some dahi, yogurt, whatever you give, that is optimum level, finished. Tarupre, no more. That means they don't eat for taste. They eat for keeping the body. So that body will give back the help to do meditation, prayer and thinking. So this is the desire-free life. So the avatars keep the Vidya Maya. So long as a man have even the slightest desire, he must be born again and again. When he gets rid of all desires, then he is liberated. But the bhaktas do not seek liberation. Bhaktas want to enjoy. So if a person dies in Benares, he attains liberation. He is not born again. Liberation is the goal of Gyanis. Gyanis want to be liberated, not to come into the bondage. But bhaktas, after reaching that point, they want to live in life, to enjoy the bliss of God. So these are the two attitudes. Gyanis want to stay in samadhi, no? I am that Paramatman, Parabrahman, no? So aham. Day and night, they talk about I am that, I am that, I am that. And their purpose is to identify with that. And when you merge there, finish. You are liberated. But bhaktas not only go there and then come down, and I shall enjoy the bliss, the sattiko expression of the divine in this whole world. It is God is everywhere. I will enjoy the bliss of God. And he is talking about dying in Benares, no? It is believed that everyone gets, and Ramakrishna is certifying that, yes. And he saw that in the Manikarnika. Narendra, the other day we went to visit Mahimacharan. The master smilingly said, well, Narendra, I have never before met such a dry Gyani. Master smiling, what was the matter? Narendra, he asked us to sing, and Gangadhar sang. Radha is restored to life by hearing her Krishna's name. She looks about. In front of her, she seeks a tamal tree. On hearing this song, Mahimacharana said, why such song here? I don't care for love and all this nonsense. Besides, I live here with my wife and children. Why all these songs here? He's a Gyani. Not this is one thing. And you're talking about love and all these things. Radha, loving Krishna. Master to him, do you see how afraid is he? This Mahimacharan is a Pandit, but he's afraid. He thinks that probably he will come down, his mind will come down to the relative level. So, that means bhaktas want to play with God, lila, and Gyanis want to merge in God. That is their goal, and not to ask for anything. But bhaktas, they don't. Even God gives liberation, they say, no, I want to enjoy. That's why the story goes that Ramachandra was walking in the forest, and the sages, rishis were meditating. And when the Ramachandra came in that ashrama area, and they saw their mind is swelling with joy. They don't understand. They do meditate every day, but don't get so much joy. And today, their heart was full of joy. And then, seeing Ramachandra, they understood God has come in the form of Rama. Then he said, oh, your presence gives so much joy. Your just coming itself gives so much joy. We are trying to meditate on Satchidananda, Ananda, no? But it's dry Ananda. I am not getting that. But you, God, you came and your very presence, see, you didn't touch me, I didn't know anything, we are meditating, but our mind is full of joy. So, but we have become old. You are Rama, you will play your whole divine play. But we are all going to die, we are old people. So I want to enjoy this bliss, this joy, this spiritual joy, the upsurge of joy. How can I do it? So, they were born, Ramakrishna said, they are born as the gopis. These cowherd girls are these rishis born. And Krishna came as Lord himself to understand this supreme love. It's not ordinary mundane worldly love, but it's a supreme love. To understand that supreme love, God came in the form of Krishna, and the sages were born as the gopis. So it is such a pure level of thought. It is for enjoyment of the bliss. So this is the distinction Ramakrishna made it here, that one idea is that to merge in God, mukti, but bhakti is devotion, keeping a separation to enjoy the bliss of God. So, another 10 minutes. Shall we end here? Because there is the next reading. Okay, I can read next what is there then. Now the next reading is next March 14, Sunday, 1886. Now Sri Ramakrishna sat facing the north in the large room upstairs in the Kashipur garden house. Imagine that house is facing the large room, the upstairs north, facing the north. It was evening time. Ramakrishna was very ill. Naren and Rakhal were gently massaging his feet. M sat nearby. The master, by a sign, asked him to stroke his feet. M obeyed. So, beautiful scene. Ramakrishna is sitting, Ramakrishna facing the north, is sitting in the couch in the second floor of the Kashipur garden house. And here is Rakhal and Naren. They are stroking the feet, gently massaging the feet. And M was sitting, the writer of the Gospel, and Ramakrishna asked him to stroke his feet also. And M obeyed this. This is called meditation. You can think yourself, take your mind into the Kashipur garden house. You have seen or you have not seen, But there is a photograph here. You can see in the photograph how it is room. And mentally go there and be in presence. You also massage his feet. That you can do. No one will stop you now. But when you are in physical body, they will stop you entering into the room because his body is not fit for taking the touch of anyone and everyone. Now you can touch. The previous Sunday, the devotees had observed Sri Ramakrishna's birthday with worship and prayer. His birthday, the year before, had been observed in Dakshineshwar with great pomp. But this year, on account of his illness, the devotees were very sad and there was no festivity at all. The Holy Mother busied herself day and night in the Master's service. Among the young disciples, Naren Rakhal, Niranjan, Sarat Sosi, Baburam, Jogin Latukali had been staying with him. So these are the young boys, left their home and to serve Ramakrishna, they are staying in the Dakshineshwar, Kashipur garden house. The older devotees visited him daily and some of them occasionally spent at night also. That day Sri Ramakrishna is feeling very, very ill. At midnight, the moonlight flooded the garden, but it could wake no response to the devotees' hearts. They were drowned in a sea of grief. They felt that they were living in a beautiful city, besieged by a hostile army. Perfect silence regained everywhere. Nature was still, except for the gentle rustling of the leaves, of the touch of the south wind. Sri Ramakrishna lay awake. One or two devotees sat near him in silence. At times he seemed to doze. Aim was seated by his side. Sri Ramakrishna asked him by a sign to come nearer. The sight of his suffering was unbearable. In a very soft voice and with great difficulty he said to him, I have gone on suffering so much for fear of making you all weep. I have undergone so much suffering for fear of making you feel all weep. Lest you will cry, that's why I am going through this suffering. Otherwise I want to give up. But if you all say now, quote, oh, there is so much suffering, let this body die, then I may give up this body. So it's a very appealing tone. He's saying, I am keeping the body, looking at your faces. Your innocent love is so deep. You will be weeping, you will be suffering in pain. Because of that I am not giving up the body. But I can give up the body now if you say, okay, not to suffer more. These words pierced the devotees' hearts, and he who was their father, mother and protector had uttered these words. What could they say? All sat in silence. Some thought, is this another crucifixion? The sacrifice of the body for the sake of the devotees? It was the dead of night. Sri Ramakrishna's illness was taking a turn for the worse. The devotees wondered what was to be done. One of them left for Calcutta. That very night Girish came to the garden house with two physicians, Upendra and Navagopal. The devotees sat near the master. He felt a little better and said to them, the illness is of the body. That is as it should be. I see that the body is made of the 5 elements. So Sri Ramakrishna in that condition is saying, the illness belongs to the body. And that is as it should be. That should be. Body is a body. I see the body is made of 5 elements. I see air, water, fire, Kshiti, up, air, water, fire, then space, and Vayu, air. So all the 5 elements make this body. It is a composite, but I am not the body. So that he's saying. It should be, I see the body is made of the 5 elements. Turning to Girish Ghosh, he said, I am seeing many forms of God. Among them I find this one also, meaning his own form. So he says, a mystic vision, I am seeing many forms of gods, and in that form of God, he sees Ramakrishna himself. He is seeing himself also. Which day he passed away? 16th of March. August. 16th August.
15 night.
15th night. Okay, so that is the March 15 is next day's reading. So we end here. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Panamastu.
Lord, Swamiji said, I have to be born again because I've fallen in love with humanity. Why should he be born again? Is he not?
Oh yeah, I have fallen in love with humankind for the redemption.
But he doesn't need to be born again, he's still here as a siddha,
no? In a subtle body you can work that much. In the gross body, he can churn the whole.
I see.
Subtle body he is doing. He said that I shall cast this body off
But I'll never cease to work.
like an old, worn-out garment. But I shall never cease to work. I shall inspire men everywhere until the whole world is know that is one with God. So that is his mission going on. But invisible force. But he said that I will be coming again, means again in a physical body to give another big boosting. That means that is the purpose of the avatars. They come again and again to redeem the suffering of others. So, here is a question, how can householder practice Maya Daya while maintaining a special relationship with the family? Is internal renunciation really enough? No, in the household life, what will you think? You will think that all your relationship is, you are serving God in them. So that is the relationship will not be a burden or bondage. Because when you have to practice, you have to see God in everyone or to feel that I am serving God. That should be the householder idea. God is in the temple, God is in my wife, God is in my husband, God is in my child, God is in my mother. So they will put this spiritual ideal, and that will not daya, that will be daya, because if we are putting God in them, we forget that, that's why it is Maya. But if you remember it is God I am serving, then it becomes daya. It is no less than a renunciation. You are renouncing the superficial part. You are accepting the real part. Everyone is a combination of God and man, is it not? God inside and man outside. Inside is the light lamp covered with a costume. And this costume is the physical costume. But if you look at every costume and think who is inside, who is inside, who is inside, then it is God. So that will not be an obstacle. We have to remember that and to treat them like that. People really, we find so much of suffering in the world, misunderstanding and this and that, between the most beloved people, husband, wife, brother, sister, etc. But if this spiritual attitude is taken, the world is full of joy. And you are not to go anywhere because you are practicing the highest discipline. We get stuck to the outside. And that is to be avoided, but to love the inside. Then inside is the same everywhere. If you love, you can say, I love only this person. Then your love is not correct. Because God is in everyone. So in your son, in your child, in your mom, in your dad, so God is everywhere. So at least in my relationship where is there, if I say project the idea of God, then it is a heavenly love. Ordinary love manifests as a heavenly love.
But Maharaj, in some there are more manifestations, some less manifestation. So there's still preferential treatment.
But we have to start at a point. Yeah, we have to start at a point, automatically by God's grace, mind will open up. Truth will be revealed. No, vision will be opened up. Greater vision will come. Another question. Ramakrishna says we do not have the right to show compassion to suffering. Then what are we to do? Why compassion? Ramakrishna says, compassion means there is an ego. I show compassion to you. But not compassion. Maya, equally, what is the Thakur said? Compassion মানে হচ্ছে what is the word? Jive daya. No. It is compassion, right to say compassion, you cannot show compassion.
You want to think that you
Jive daya. Then what? Shiva Gyane Jiva Shiva. That's the point. What does it mean? You have a right to show compassion. No. You are not showing compassion. You are serving, as I said, you are serving God. Whom you love, or whatever you do whole day, you are serving God. You may see that one person is really in utter distress. And you are I say, oh, he is very compassionate. He helping that person, no? Yes, but that compassion you are not, God can only show compassion. We have to think, I got the blessed opportunity to serve. To serve and the idea of what is called the compassion is two different ideas. Compassion means I am somebody. I am showing compassion to you. Service, I am under you. You are my honored guest. I am serving you. Service and these two ideas totally different. A rich man can give us $10 and say, I am compassionate, I am giving to the poor person. The homeless person, I give one $10. Huh? He is a very compassionate person, he gives money to the poor. No? And who are to give money? You say, I am fortunate that you gave me the opportunity to serve. Shiva Gyane Jiva Seva. So that idea, when I see a blind person trying to eat alone with great difficulty, I feel sad. Yes, you should feel sad. And are you not to feel that way? Yes, we should feel sad. Or if we can feel that if I can do anything. If you cannot do anything, Swamiji said, go in your chamber and cry with tearful eyes to God and say, oh, it is so much suffering, please do something. No? So, if you have any means, serve. The idea is serve. Not compassion, not giving. Let the giver stand up and bless. Receiver, kneel down. Let the receiver, the giver kneel down, receiver stand up. Opposite. Now in the society what happens? You give 1 penny, as if who is getting, he will be bowing down his head, no? But Swamiji's idea, let you bow down because you are serving, you are given the opportunity to serve. And to whom you are giving? God. So let him bless you. So these are the ideas. So good, we should feel for others, that is the point. He is praying for the welfare of a sick monk to Thakur who is not in a position to pray. Correct? Yes, everything is correct. Whatever you do for others is good. Don't worry about that. Anyone suffering in the world, we should pray. If you can do something, do. If it is beyond your capacity to do, then pray. And God will take care. And pray with sincerity. Offer flower for them. Do a special Chandi reading for the welfare of them. Do 108 japa for them. You can constructive something. You may say, I have nothing, I have no money, I cannot give. Okay, no money. Pray for them. You do your own japa. Say, today you do 108 japa for someone who is suffering, who is ill, who is in the utmost trial condition of the health, in hospital. So, That we can do. In whatever way we do, this is our benefit, not the benefit of others. In Eternal Companion, it says we should not do Jnana Varga meditation of emptying the mind of all thoughts with nothing to hold on to the beginning. So beginning, it should not be. First is to have to practice in such a way mind moves from other mundane things to one thing. And that one thing, then it should expand in all direction. The form will end in formless. So first, some Maharaj says that in distracted thought, in 100 things, it should be emptying the mind, not this, not this, is not good. You have to rather bring the mind in one focus. Makali, bring to Shiva, or bring to your Ishta Devata. Bring back, one thought. And should we just do japa and dhyana in the beginning? Yeah, japa and dhyana whole life we should do. Repeat the mantra all the time. We are not expert, we will forget. Forgetfulness is our very good habit. To remember is difficulty. We remember so many other things, but when the japa is going on inside, to remember is difficult. Yes, so for us, but some person may be not very comfortable to think on form. By nature, they may think in the formless aspect of God. Yeah, that's different. But your Guru has given you some direction. There you follow in that direction, you will find that there will be some meditation on the infinite aspect of God. That you can do. Okay? So thank you all. And we end here. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Tomorrow is Thursday. Naradiya Bhakti Sutra tomorrow. Who is giving? You are giving. Swami Sumanasana Maharaj will be giving tomorrow Naradiya Bhakti Sutra. And day after tomorrow is our Shiva night. So please come, if you can, stay up to first watch, 6 to 8, then half an hour gap, that time we go to the greenhouse living room, and then we talk about Shiva, chit-chat some stories and this and that. And then again, 8:30 to 9:30 will be second watch. And we do the puja, and 8:30 to 9, again, there will be some discussion in the living room. And those who are hungry, they can find something to have some snacks in the White House. And then again, third watch, another hour, 10 to 11. And then again another gap, half an hour. So, like that, it goes 11:30 to 12:30, and then it goes to 1 o'clock or 1:30. Then we end. And then you can go for a little prasad. That is the way of Friday. Friday, daytime, we don't do anything. Some fast, some does not, whatever. But you can offer water and have some fasting food there. Come again and hope to see you then. Jai Ma, Jai Ma.